Hi Leo, I hope you're all doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. When I was meditating on the energy, I was getting a really interesting dialogue. To sum it up, it was basically about like facing a fear and maybe something that you had been avoiding. It's like something that maybe you were introduced to, or like you experienced that when you first experienced it, you could have felt like warded off by this, or like that's dangerous, or like don't go in that direction. Maybe because it was so unfamiliar, it felt like intimidating or scary, but it seems like you're facing something that maybe in the past you had run away from. So I'm seeing you get like really brave here. This seems like an accomplishment. Yeah, I'm getting the notion again. It's like something that at one point in time had scared you. That instead of running away, you turned to face. We're starting off with the Sun and the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're going on a little venture here. It's like it's a nice day, the sun is out, partly cloudy. I'm even seeing you like going to deliver something. I'm hearing reaching out. Maybe you're going to be talking to someone, like delivering a message, communicating, checking in. I'm seeing you look excited about something here. It's like excited about what you have, excited about what you're delivering, excited about what you want to say, information. Yeah, I see this. It's like feeling like the sun is in your heart and upon your face. So it's like really good weather for this. And I'm seeing you like go off to deliver a message. And I'm seeing you deliver it to the lovers over here. Like something that you want to tell them. I'm seeing this be genuinely how you are feeling. And maybe you're ready to say something that you hadn't been ready to say before. Maybe you're even proud of something that you weren't feeling that way about it before. It looks like even a moment where you could be getting vulnerable. I'm seeing that it's like you're getting vulnerable with somebody that's been vulnerable with you, even if that feels scary. Because I'm seeing the Seven of Swords kind of sulking around here. And this can even be like an afterthought. You know when you do something and you're like, I'm going to be courageous or bold with this move that I'm making, and even though I may feel like shy about it or intimidated or it scares me or like what could go wrong, all of this stuff, it's like you're still doing it anyway. And maybe it's like every once in a while the Seven of Swords appears and you like may trip for a second or like doubt yourself, but it looks like it's something that you're going through with. I'm seeing it be worth it to you. Like I'm seeing a sense of confidence that maybe you didn't feel like you had before. This could have also been a fear of like how you're going to be received by another person. The interesting thing is that, as I said before, I'm seeing like this person has already gotten vulnerable with you. I'm hearing so you know they're real. Maybe it's like they proved something to you by something that they did. I'm hearing afterthought. Something about the mind frame that you had been in before, it looks like it was blocking you. I'm seeing this be old news is what I'm hearing, but it's definitely something that you dealt with. So like some struggle that you overcame having to do with like paranoia or worry or like am I safe here, which is a natural response. That's interesting. The ringer is going back and forth on silent and all that. It's like toggling. Nobody's touching it that I can see. I'm hearing so that rings true. It's happening again. So yeah, this can be like for some of you falling into depression. For some of you it was like falling into like feeling paranoid at times, stuff like that. Or like, is this person really who they say they are? Interesting. But I'm seeing this all change now with Scorpio. For some of you too, like you could have some serious placements. Like Pluto is very difficult to try to master, and like all of us have Pluto in our charts. However, when Pluto's ungrounded, it can be manipulative and very paranoid and hyper vigilant. And so it's something like, before you play me, I'm gonna play you. Like it's very much that mentality of like wanting to be in control and be the mastermind of things. And I'm seeing like something that you even feel like was played out and you're like, I wasn't getting anywhere with that. So I'm seeing you like really be ready. Like I'm not saying you be forced to go into a transformation or a change. I'm seeing you be like, I'm ready for this. I want to go through with it. And it's like something that you feel at peace with and something that you're like, I feel good about this because this is my decision that I'm making. And it's for the betterment of myself. And it's like, you're not afraid anymore. And even if you are, it's like, okay, you're still going to do it. Because change can be scary. It's uncomfortable, it's unfamiliar. But that's where all the growing is. I'm hearing it's about time. I'm seeing you like really recognizing your power here too. I'm also hearing the power of your words, the power of your intentions. It also looks to me like you have a way with words as well. I'm hearing delivery system, like maybe the way that you communicate. For some of you, I'm hearing it's the way that you pronounce things, so maybe like the actual way that you talk. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing this be in the back of your mind. It's like, I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling, like I'm going to get vulnerable here, but it's like part of you still feels like that. This feels like your inner child that like maybe gets scared of different things. This feels like something deep-seated. But I'm seeing you be aware of this and understanding of it, where it's coming from. And you're like, I'm still going to do this anyway. I'm not seeing this be something easy for you, but I'm seeing that you really do have your mind made up here. I'm hearing what could go wrong. Maybe you're also at a point where you're like, I'm gonna fly or I'm gonna fall, and whatever happens is going to happen. For some of you, you are even like transmuting maybe like unwanted or like negative emotions and transmuting it and channeling it into something else. I'm hearing alchemy with the Magician and the Nine of Swords here. It's like taking an intense, like unpleasant, like feeling or emotion or experience that you're having and using it to like power up what you're doing. Like I'm seeing you be like, instead of it going down the lane of fear, I'm gonna like harness that energy and channel it somewhere else. And I'm seeing you do something very productive with it. Powerful. I'm hearing with a meaning. I'm looking at the Tower here. What it also looks like to me is that this like fear response or shadow response that had been making moves before, I'm seeing there be like an understanding and more of an awareness of this and like where it came from, like what the catalyst was for that thing to manifest. And that's what helps you to address it and like take back the control. And I'm seeing you opening up the heart chakra. This can be a moment too where you may have been like scared to get too attached. And so you could have done things to like sabotage or avoid that. Because it's like, I'd rather not connect at all than be like taken advantage of or hurt in some way. I'm hearing because that just seems unbearable. So yeah, this looks like something that you've been working through on the emotional front. Some big stuff. I'm hearing it looks like you're getting more dapper. That's interesting terminology. There's a sense here of getting more serious with something, like maybe even more committed. This can be stuff long-term that you're working on too. Maybe before too, there had been something going on where it was like a lot of feeling and not a lot of showing up, and now there's like also showing up too. So I am seeing like a change in the way that you're doing things. I'm hearing the way that you're coming out. So maybe like the way that you're allowing yourself to be known even. I'm hearing to other people. It also looks like you made something happen, like you had been in a situation that you wanted to move away from. And I'm seeing you have an epiphany here where you're like, I can actually control like where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I don't have to stick around for this anymore. And I'm seeing you actually decide to like go off here. For some of you, you could have been like leaving something behind. Like I'm even seeing, see these cups, I'm seeing them be like belongings or something that maybe you had identified with. And I'm seeing you walk away from it. I'm hearing I don't need that anymore. Like maybe it was some kind of security, like a safety blanket, something like that. But in a way, it could have been something that you were hiding behind, is also what I'm getting to. And I'm seeing you like really be okay to go off on your own here. And follow your heart. So yeah, this is really interesting, the consecutive order, because we see the Eight of Cups, which is like, I want to feel more of a sense of fulfillment, into the Nine. So it's like you finding that. It's like as soon as you set up your mind to do this, I'm seeing you actually discover exactly what you were looking for. And like part of you may have been worried, like, am I actually going to find this thing? Am I going to get there? And I'm seeing like because you persevered, you got there. Getting for sure a strong sense of determination. I'm getting the word shy again. This is the second time this came through. This move that you made, I'm seeing you feel really good about doing this. This was something that, like, regardless of what other people had to say about this, whether you had support or not, I'm seeing that you did something your own way. And whatever this was, I'm seeing you again be happy about it. It's like maybe you got what you were looking for from this situation. Like there's even a sense of confidence that you're feeling. I'm seeing there also be more of a sense of balance that you're working into your life. Maybe this is even about like developing personal values and like a value system. Because I'm even seeing you like recognize things in the past. I'm also hearing and forgive yourself. It's like looking at these things that you had done, like when you were in this space, and also like having that compassion for yourself because of the position that you were in. And I'm seeing something that you're working through here. There's a lot of acknowledgement, a lot of acceptance, a lot of being willing to like really look within. And I'm hearing not turn away. So it looks like there could have been I don't want to say some smaller things that you were working on. It looks like there have been like different things within yourself that you've been working on, like character-wise, behavioral-wise, like even tapping into the subconscious space, like bringing more awareness about like what's motivating you and all of that. And now it looks like you're addressing something like big. And this may be something difficult because the devil holds a lot of power. And like with that Saturn energy, it's something that like really restricts us, and it's like your kryptonite in a way. And so I'm seeing you like address this big thing here. I'm hearing the elephant in the room. This could have been something too where you were like, one day I'm going to get to a place where I'll be ready to address this thing. I'm just not there yet. And I'm seeing you now get there. It's like you finally got to that point within your process where you're ready to take something on. I'm seeing you also be confident. You're like, I can work through this. Like, I can commit to doing this. I can be consistent. Like, I'm going to see this through. And I'm seeing you doing exactly that here. I'm seeing you also trust yourself, like really feeling in touch. Again, there's something about this like code that you have developed, and maybe like a mantra or like something that you're living by now that's kind of guiding you. And like that's what changed things. It's like even a way that you're going about living now. Personal philosophy. It looks like there's something that like you have gotten to the point of developing within yourself that maybe you're even finding a sense of community now that you didn't have before. But it was only because like maybe it's it's like if you join a club, you have to know that you're into that thing, right? Like before you can join that. So it's like maybe you were just trying to find your thing before, but it's like when you do, you like took the time to figure out like what you really resonated with, and because you found that, it's like there's also a community now that comes along with that. There's also support now. And I'm even seeing something that like feels supportive and uplifting to you. And there's like also here a sense of appreciating the way that you are perceived, like maybe among these people or this community, whatever that is for you. There's even a sense of like feeling respected here. And I'm seeing that like feel good and feel validating. And there are opportunities that are coming to you because of this, maybe even a connection you made. I'm hearing financing, I'm also hearing networking. So Leo, I'm looking at the Sun, I'm looking at Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Mercury, Mars, Libra, Taurus. I'm hearing working on it. I'm hearing personal freedom. I'm seeing you become aware of an opportunity, and I'm seeing something that you're reflecting on. It's like rather than immediately interacting with this thing, you want to think about it. I'm hearing what you want to do with it. I'm hearing get ready. There is a decision to make. But you know which way to go. So it's just about the execution now. I'm hearing getting it done. Yeah, I'm seeing something become very, very clear to you. Maybe there's also more clarity because of how grounded you are. It's like you know the basis for like why you're making the decisions that you're making. It's like something to go back to, something that's anchoring you now. I'm seeing you feel really level-headed about something, and you recognize like if this thing is right for you or not, like if you want to take this on, if you want to participate in this. I'm seeing something be presented to you, and you may not be getting involved in it because of what it entails. Like, it feels almost like a moment where, like, somebody's presenting you with options, and before you respond, it's like you play the tape all the way to the end, and then give a response based off of that. For some of you, it's even about like reconnecting with someone or a group of people, or like going somewhere, going out somewhere. I'm hearing politely decline. It's like maybe not something that you want to be around. I'm hearing it's not something you feel you need. It also seems like something else is going on behind the scenes too. So like maybe this is a moment where like you have something that like you're working through and that you're figuring out for yourself, and you don't want to be like overstimulated or caught up in something. So I'm seeing you like work through something independently here. It looks too like there's a decision that you want to make, but there's some sort of stress factor that's attached to it. Like there could even be some sort of risk. It's like, if I do this, what are the consequences or the implications of this going to be? But maybe, like, because of that factor of the unknown, you kind of have been holding off on this with the Two of Swords and the Moon. But it's even the decision to put you into a better space than where you are. I'm hearing less congested. Yeah, I'm even seeing this be a moment where it's like you're in this house. I'm seeing this be a metaphor. You're in this house packed with people. And it's like, it's very noisy and overstimulating. And it's like you walk out the front door and everything is just silent. And it's like you can think again. And I'm seeing you be like, wow, I didn't realize like how stressed I was and like how I was feeling when I was in that space. Like, I'm seeing this be, I'm hearing clear room, clear air, for you to like recognize what it was that you were experiencing, like the effect that something was having on you. So this decision that's coming up for you, I'm seeing like you may not know exactly where this is going to land you, but you may feel very much like this is better than where you had been before. And I'm seeing like even something become very clear to you, and I am seeing this be like a stress factor. But I'm seeing like there is a way that you can work with this. You may just need to like bring other people onto this, or like get support, or like collaborate in some way. I'm hearing time that you're giving. Time that you're giving. This looks like a methodical move here that you're making. Playing the long game here. Because I'm seeing you be like, okay, like if I leave this immediately, it may be rough in the beginning, but I know that it's not going to be like that. It's just like a transitionary period. And so this is just going to be temporary, but it's worth it to me for like what is going to happen long term. And so I'm seeing that that's what you do here. It's like even waiting to see how something is going to work out, but like something needs, I'm hearing time and air and room to breathe. It's like for something to turn into what it's meant to turn into. Yeah, definitely get the feeling of you waiting on something here. I'm seeing you also get more selective with the things that you're participating in. It's like if it's not the right thing, I'm seeing you dismiss it, like waiting for this. I'm hearing perfect opportunity. It's like maybe waiting for this specific thing to come through. And then I'm seeing it here. So what are we going to end with? The Hanged Man. It looks like you had faith in a dream that you had, like even an epiphany or something intuitively that you were feeling, something that you were believing in. I'm hearing halfway to heaven. I don't know what that's referencing, but that's coming through. Yeah, there's even something that's like being realized now, but I'm seeing it happening slowly. Like I'm even seeing the Hanged Man be like the arms on a clock, and it's like slowly revolving until it matures. It like has to get to a certain point, and then like everything is going to be understood, or everything's going to fall into place, something like that. This can even be like a bit of a fantasy, but it was something that you pursued or that you believed in, and it's like maybe in most cases it would be unlikely for this to happen, but it's like in this specific case, seeing like something that's going on here, but it feels even unbelievable in a way, how things are coming together, how they're developing. Leo has been so busy. So I'm looking at Pisces, and I'm looking at another Pisces. We got Neptune over here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.